Imagine walking into a room and finding a creature with 3 hearts, blue blood, and the ability to solve puzzles faster than most pets. That's the octopus. While dogs are famous for their loyalty and companionship, octopuses have quietly built a reputation as some of the most intelligent animals on Earth. And the way they show it might surprise you. For starters, octopuses are master problem solvers. In laboratories, scientists have watched them unscrew jar lids with precision, remembering the trick and repeating it with ease whenever food was involved. These aren't random actions. They demonstrate memory, planning, and the ability to manipulate their environment in ways that look strikingly familiar to us. In fact, there have been cases where aquariums discovered octopuses sneaking out of their tanks at night, crawling across the floor, and climbing into nearby tanks to steal fish before returning to their own. That's not instinct, that's ingenuity. But their intelligence doesn't stop at simple problem solving. Octopuses use tools, something we typically associate with humans, apes, and a select few birds. Researchers in Indonesia documented octopuses carrying coconut shells across the seafloor. At first, it seemed like a strange choice, but when threatened, they would quickly assemble the shells into a protective shelter. This kind of foresight, planning for a danger that hasn't happened yet, is a sign of advanced cognitive ability. It shows that they are not just reacting to the world around them, they are anticipating it. And then there is their sense of play. Dogs famously chase balls, tug on ropes, and wrestle for fun. Octopuses, though far removed from mammals, display their own playful side. Some have been seen shooting jets of water to knock objects around, almost as if they were tossing a ball. In aquariums, keepers have reported octopuses repeatedly squirting water at lights and even visitors, not out of fear, but seemingly out of amusement or curiosity. One particularly clever octopus became infamous for deliberately squirting water at a light fixture until it short-circuited, plunging the entire exhibit into darkness. Play, in animals, is often linked to intelligence because it shows they can interact with their environment beyond survival needs. Octopuses are also masters of communication, but in a way that feels completely alien compared to dogs. While dogs rely on barking, whining, and body language, octopuses transform their entire bodies into living billboards. They can change not just their color, but also the texture of their skin in an instant. A peaceful octopus might turn a calming pale shade, while an angry or threatened one can flash bold warning patterns. They use this ability to camouflage seamlessly with their surroundings, to confuse predators, and perhaps even to send signals to other octopuses. Some scientists believe this could be an early form of visual language, one we are only beginning to understand. What makes octopus intelligence even more fascinating is how different it is from ours. Unlike humans and dogs, whose brains are centralized, the octopus has a distributed nervous system. Nearly 2/3 of its neurons are located in its arms. This means each arm can process information and act with a surprising level of independence, almost like it has a mind of its own. Imagine if your dog's paws could think, feel, and make decisions separately from its brain. That's the reality of octopus intelligence, and it makes them feel more like something out of science fiction than the natural world. Of course, dogs excel in areas octopuses never could. A dog can understand your emotions, follow your commands, and form bonds that last a lifetime. Their intelligence is deeply intertwined with social behavior and cooperation, traits that allow them to become humanity's closest animal companion. Octopuses, by contrast, are solitary creatures. They live short lives, often just a few years, and rarely interact with others of their kind. Their brilliance lies not in building relationships, but in raw problem-solving, creativity, and adaptability. This difference raises a fascinating question. What would happen if octopuses lived longer, or had more opportunities to pass down knowledge to one another? Some researchers believe their intelligence could develop even further, perhaps rivaling the smartest mammals on land. But because their lives are so short, each octopus has to rediscover the world on its own, starting fresh with every new generation. Yet, even with those limits, their abilities are undeniable. They can recognize individual humans, remembering who feeds them and who annoys them. They have been known to show preferences, choosing to interact with certain people over others. In some labs, they've even been caught deliberately misbehaving, like sneaking into water intake valves to block them, or rearranging objects in their tanks, as if testing the patience of their keepers. These are not the actions of a simple-minded creature. They are signs of personality and curiosity. So, when we ask whether octopuses might be smarter than dogs, the answer depends on how we define intelligence. If we mean emotional connection, loyalty, and social awareness, then dogs stand far ahead. But if we mean raw problem-solving, memory, creativity, and independence, then the octopus holds a powerful claim to the title. The next time you picture animal intelligence, don't just think of primates, dolphins, or man's best friend. Remember the quiet, 8-armed genius lurking in the depths of the ocean. It may never sit by your side or wag its tail when you come home, but in its own alien way, the octopus is showing us that intelligence wears many forms, and some of the sharpest minds on the planet might not walk on land at all.